Howdy, watch guys. Watch guys, maybe one watch gal. Got another one. This was strictly an impulse buy. Wasn't looking for this. Never heard of it before. Having trouble finding information on it. It's kind of a weird watch. It's from Citizen, but it's not on their website. And I don't know if it's just discontinued, if it was something they created just for certain retailers. I happened to have been at Sam's Club last night. My wife needed to pick up some stuff. I was like, yeah, I'll go along. And we get there and, we walk past the TVs. I'm always amazed that you can buy an LG 86-inch TV for like $800 and shit. And there's a jewelry section. I was like, I see some watches there. So I'm walking by. I see Movados, of which I'm a fan. They had some Hamilton. They had some Casio G-Shocks. Yeah, they had Invicta and some of the, Gucci and some of the designer brands that are made by Fossil, but they had Hamilton, they had Citizen, they had Movado and G-Shocks, all legit. Oh, and Bulova, all legit, proper brands. And I saw this watch that I'd never seen before. And it was just an impulse buy. It was just over $200. It is model number... That price is not what I paid. It was just over 200. AW 1705-55L. Never heard of it before, but it was kind of different. And when I first looked at it, because of the lighting, I thought it was stainless steel. And then as I got it, I realized it's an ion-plated black stainless steel with a blue dial, which is kind of an interesting combo. When you're in low light conditions, it's just basically looks like a black kind of sport watch. Let me take off the Movado. When you get it in the light, you can see it's almost like a black chrome kind of thing. So it's not gaudy. It's black and sort of subdued, but it's got that shine to it. And then when you get it in the good light, like sunlight, you can see the blue dial, and it's got that sort of was it Aquaterra or the Aqua Racer kind of vibes to it. I think it's TOG or whatever. Or maybe there's an Omega that has that as well. But it's a 100 meter. We'll go over the specs. I don't have a whole lot of info. I just kind of bought it because it was cheap. It's an eco drive, so I don't have to ever worry about battery changes or getting service. Just, set it and forget it and wear it for 20 years. Let's see if we can find some specs. It's 45 mil, okay? Does have fold over clasp. Now the clasp is stainless, not blacked out. So it does look weird when you open it to see that and that. It would have been nice to have that blacked out. And I would say not crazy about the stainless steel buttons poking through, but for $200 basically, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. It's just a nice sport watch. It's just a 3-hand blue dial. It is mineral crystal at this price point, so it's not sapphire. It's one step down, so it can get scratched a little easier, but less likely to crack or shatter. So everything's a trade-off, especially when you're looking at the price of something. It looks like a dive watch, but this is a non-turning bezel. Doesn't turn. You can go, oh, that's kind of cheesy. Why make it look like a dive bezel if it doesn't turn? It's gimmicky. Yeah, I guess so. I thought about that. But honestly, I'm not a scuba diver. And if I am going to go scuba diving, I'm taking either my G-Shock, one of my G-Shocks, or I've got a Citizen Eco Drive ProMaster Diver chronograph. I've also got, actually, you know what the one I'll probably take? I take my Longines because that's got 300 meter water resistance. So I've got proper dive watches. It's not 1,000 meter, Rolex or whatever. Anything I'm likely to do going down to like the Bahamas or something and I'm down in like 30 feet of water. Any of those watches will do. But it's a nice watch. On the wrist, I did remove 3 links. It does have micro adjust, but only 2 positions. I removed 2 links from one side, 1 from the other, put it in the loosest position. Or no, did I remove 4 links from this? I removed 2 from each side. I've got 4 links taken out of this. If I look in the bottom of the box, I'll probably see that. It's a tiny bit snug. I did have trouble. It's one of those things where it's just a little bit more snug than I would normally wear. But if I put the link back in, because it only has 2 micro adjusts here, then it's a little bit floppy because it is a 45 mil watch. It's not a little watch. So it does have a little bit of weight and heft to it. But it should be really accurate. It's quartz. So yeah, or maybe I did. You know what? Let's look in the bottom and let's Let's do, no, I took out 4 links. I may put one back in and then tighten up the micro adjust. I'm still kind of playing back and forth with that. But it does fit. It does look nice. It's very black and kind of subdued. It's not real flashy like that, so it won't necessarily draw the attention. I'm kind of digging it. I mean, it's different. It's different. There's things I'd look at it and go, it would have been nice if this was black, you know. It's a screw down back. It is not a screw down crown. It doesn't, let's see, specs. Yeah, I'm having to go to the specs on the Sam's Club website because it's not on the Citizen. I don't know where to find the details on this thing other than 100 meter water resistant, blue dial, does have a date. It is Eco Drive and it's 45 mil. That's all I've really got on it. Is it a watch I would recommend to people like some of the others? I mean, it's like anything. Does it float your boat? Does it fit in your budget? If you want a proper brand name like Citizen, which is a great watch company, they make really nice stuff. You can spend $90 on a Citizen. You can spend over $4,000 on a Citizen. They're like a Seiko. They've got some truly innovative stuff. Their Eco Drive is really, really awesome. I would rate the Eco Drive as slightly higher than the Solar Drive on the Seikos. But it is kind of neat. It's got that black chrome kind of look, but it's not flashy. The back is just a simple, screw down back, screw in back. What drew me to it is just the cool dial. The black chrome with that blue, it does stand out a little bit more in the sunlight. It's really, I got to get better lighting in my office here. It's not really picking up the blue, but even then it's still not a bright blue. It's not going to be like my other watches where it's like the Longines, you just see that blue from across the room. It's just kind of a cool, sort of murdered out sport watch for a little over $200. So in that regard, I think it's a good buy. It's a quality watch. It's a Citizen and it's an Eco Drive. And so for the price, for what you get, I think it's really cool. I was trying to think, I think this is a 22 mil lug size, how that might look on a black and blue NATO strap. I'm trying to think if I've got one in that size. I'll have to look through my watch boxes, my parts boxes, and see what I've got. But yeah, I think it's pretty neat. Now, I do have another watch I'll probably pick up on Saturday, a Bulova Jetstar, which is kind of a retro design. I think it's a 40 or 41 mil with a ruby red dial. That is going to be a sexy looking watch. I'm going to go try it on. I can get it for a really good deal over at Tripp & Company over in Dawsonville. I'm going to go try it on. If it looks like it's big enough for me, I'm going to pick that up. But I think it's attractive. Most of my watches are more like this, traditional. So I wanted something a little bit different. Not that I was looking, but just walking in and seeing it, I was like, that thing's kind of cool. So one last time, we'll put it on. Yeah, I think I'm going to add a link back in and then use micro adjust and just let it be a little bit loose. But there you have it. That is the Citizen. It doesn't give a name. It just says Eco Drive, black ion plated, 45 mil watch, AW 1705-55L. That's it. I mean, just a nice sport watch. If you want something that's not silver and flashy and you want it a little bit more subdued, a little bit more stealth, I think it's pretty cool. It's a good option, especially for the price. All right. We'll talk to you guys later.